Hello, hello, and welcome. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Today's topic is women and seduction. All right. I am really excited about this because there is a lot to go into that I will just basically go over. But I don't know, like not super duper in depth because you can talk about this for a while. But these are some points that I want to bring to your attention. So if you hear two little gremlins, I have two dogs that are not getting along right now. My dog Macho is very jealous of his brother Blackie. I'll show you guys Blackie. Hey, come here. I scared him. Come here, baby. Okay. So this is Blacka Blacka. Call him Blacka Blacka. He's a sweet little baby. Okay. We are currently taking care of him while his owner, mi abuela, is in the hospital. So yes, and my dog gets very jealous and possessive, so there have been some tussles. All right. So, hello, hello, and welcome. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Women and seduction. I think honestly, the name of the game is power. Power is the name of the game. You can pretend like there isn't a social ladder. Okay. You can pretend like humans are not social creatures. Okay. I do not live in that world that you live in. I believe that human beings are social creatures. We are so in tuned, um, and just I don't know why we're like this, but we have hierarchies. We always want to assert dominance and power. I don't get it, but whatever. There have been wars fought, right? Because of power and dominance and ego, like really big egos, okay? Everyone has big egos. Um, but you cannot pretend like it doesn't exist, in my opinion, because if you pretend like it doesn't exist, then you're losing. You're not even giving yourself a fair shot. So, women and seduction. How does this relate to power? You can gain so much power through seduction and being socially adept. Do you hear that? Oh my goodness, calm down. You can gain a lot of power, and it's something to know. It's something to know. Pretty privilege exists, okay? I know that. You probably know that. You cannot pretend like these things don't contribute because they have a role, right? Um, what else do I want to say? um, I want to read the definition of socially adept. Socially adept people have the skills and competence to thrive in various social settings. They tend to enjoy interacting with others and they get along with people easily. They know how to keep conversations going and they're usually great with small talk. Okay? When you are seductive and you know how to portray yourself in a flirtatious, friendly, charismatic way, you will attract a lot of people to you. And some of those people may be good or bad, honestly. You have to be aware, right? Socially adept people have the skills and competence to thrive in various social settings. They know how to read the room and they move accordingly. Okay? So with seduction, it doesn't have to be flat out like forward and aggressive, like I want to get it on with you right now. Like it's not, no. It can be very subtle. And when you master subtle seduction, oh my goodness, that's juicy. People love it. I highly recommend reading The Art of Seduction by Robert F. Greene, something like that. Robert Greene. Highly recommend reading The Art of Seduction if you are interested in this. Go into what your seduction style is and learning about that and cultivating that more within you. That will help a lot. Okay. Also, you have to be, you need to know how to read a room. Who are you dealing with? Is this a person that really wants you to be more aggressive and they want to be more submissive? Do they want to feel like they're chasing you? You have to learn how to read um, and play with people. And that's a part of the art of seduction that I really like. You want to draw people out of their ordinary, boring, mundane world and get them whisked away in the fantasy that you create for them, the fantasy that you tailor for them. And it's so beautiful and it really is an art. It really is an art when you master it. And it's not bad, but I'm just saying that, like, it's not bad. It really isn't bad. You're If you have good intentions and you're doing this like with the honestly in my opinion, if you're doing this to like help other people feel better or like you really just want to be that amazing lover, like then you are solid and it's fine. In terms of climbing the social ladder, knowing how to navigate different people, different personality types, reading the room and molding yourself, not in a way that you lose yourself, but you mold yourself so that you bring the most appropriate front of you to that specific scenario. Um, so like all have different sides of us. So I'm not going to bring the side of me that likes to go out to Sunday mass. Do you hear them right now? They're fighting. Well, he's growling right now, but like Macho and Blackie, please stop. That was my sister. That was funny. All right. Yeah. Women in seduction. So, how can you seduce? Eyes. Eye contact, baby. You just need a look. You need to know how to master like the eyes, the bedroom eyes, whatever. The look that says, yeah, I think I'm ready. Even if you like doing that in public, that is a different game and it's fun. Um, just honestly, and you can get your way with using some of these tactics. So, eye contact, knowing how to hold eye contact will show that you are comfortable, you're confident, and it will probably warm other people up to you. Eye contact, all right? What are you saying? What comes out of your mouth is very important, from the vocabulary that you use to how you say it. How do you speak? Because I would speak differently, maybe something like this to someone I'm interested in, rather than talking like this to one of my girlfriends because you know what I mean? It's a different pace, different vibe. You can whisk people away with your words, I'm telling you. So that's incredibly important. Mm, your speech, right? Your rhythm, the tone of your voice, how high or how low it is, what you are saying, how you draw out your words, okay? If it's smooth, if you speak harshly, right? Um, yes. Pleasant people, pretty people, people like to be around those types of people. Positive, pretty, pleasant, honestly. Positive, pretty, and pleasant. If you are positive, pretty, and pleasant, most likely people want to be around you and you should protect yourself. Okay? Always, 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 always. Do you get it? Do you get it? Because your energy is mixing with other people's energy. Whenever you step out of your house, whenever you interact with someone, you are, this is you, this is them, and then you create an experience together. And sometimes you don't want to be creating experiences with some types of people because they just don't align with you. There is just, it's just tension, or it could be. So that's how I explain it. Women in seduction, eye contact, right? How you speak, what you say, um, proximity, right? Like how close you are to someone, body language is, of course, really important. How open, receptive. well, how open your body language seems, it feels like you are more comfortable, or it's, what do I want to say? It indicates that you are more comfortable, and it indicates that you are more open and receptive when you're like spread out, like mansplaining and shit like that. Let's talk about men real quick. All right. Men have different strategies for power and seduction. Lots of men, for power at least, they can assert themselves using their bodies, like physical bodies, like just whether it's like their shoulders or something, like their posture, I want to say most of the time. Their height can also be used. I'm not joking. This is not a joke. I don't know where exactly I'm getting this information from, but like I'm telling you, examine it. People who carry themselves and their body language differently, yes. I don't I think it's from like a TED talk or something, honestly. But I know that men display signs of power in different ways. Another way could be like material wealth as well, to like, show off. Sometimes, not all the time, though. Not all the time. There are some men who are very hush hush. Um, and that's fine. It's just to each their own. But power, like men can use like their stance, um, how they position their bodies, their shoulders back, right? Head tall. I don't know, like feet like planted but like spread apart, like taking up room. What I was explaining, what I mentioned about like what is it? Man spreading. That's it. Man spreading. When like a guy's like really comfortable and he's just like leaning back and his legs are open. Man spreading. That is how people can assert themselves. Actually, I think that if I'm not mistaken, this is probably information that I got from Robert Greene in one of his books, I would say. I'm not sure which book exactly. I'm currently reading the 33 Strategies of War, and what was another one that I read by him? And the 48 law, no, the laws of human nature. So it might be in one of those books where he talks about body language more in depth. But yeah, I would say look into the 33 war strategies of war, the 33 strategies of war, and the laws of human nature by Robert Greene, if you want to know more about like what I'm talking about. He is fascinating. I love his work. I love his examples. He just like, wow, thank you. Very brilliant man. In my opinion, his work is incredible and it helps me so much when dealing with other people, for sure. So, highly recommend that. Their posture, their stance will determine a lot. Also, how they speak in conversations. People who feel more powerful or dominant will tend to project their voices, interrupt people more. And women have different strategies. They don't have to interrupt. They can speak in a different manner than what is typically more masculine, or what men would do more often than not. But we have seen a lot of women who have very masculine traits, and that's fine. That is fine. But that's because society has kind of conditioned us to believe that there is only one kind of format or way to display your power, your dominance, whatever, um, or seduce. Like there are actually so many different ways to seduce people to get what you want through strategy, your mind, um, and being very detail oriented. Like you have to be on top of your stuff. You have to be self aware in order to even manipulate yourself so that you can manipulate other people. That's essentially what we're doing. I'm not gonna lie to you. But who said manipulation had to be bad? Like, and that's the thing. All right, so manipulation plays into the power game, right? The power game, the social ladder. You cannot ignore this. You first have to understand that we are social creatures and we thrive in social environments. Okay, and that's wonderful. That's great. But all of our For years and centuries, we have operated in tribes. Okay, everyone has a different role. It's just different. And please understand this. Do not pretend like this social ladder doesn't exist, because when you pretend like it doesn't exist, you are at a disadvantage. Understand that there is a social ladder. Understand that you probably want to climb it up some way, somehow, and it's possible for you to do so, but you need the self awareness to even be able to start seeing results. You need self-awareness so that you can take a look at yourself honestly, realistically, be like, whoa, okay, this, and this, and this is what I'm going to work on right now. Observe how you've changed your posture, how your eye contact has improved, and I don't know, how using inflection and varying how you speak can, cater different results. So do that. Maybe get those. They don't have to be those exactly, but maybe that's a good place to start. Um, just become more aware of how you present yourself, because a lot of this stuff is unconscious. But that's the thing. We have to become aware of it so that we can work on it and get the results that we want. Ta-da! I make it sound easy and simple, but it does take a lot of conscious effort. It takes a lot of conscious effort. And the more that you wake up to it right now, the more that you can embody who you want to be. And boom, 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 things will start to happen a lot faster. Let me think. Women, okay, also like batting your eyelashes, playing, caressing yourself. Oh my God, don't ever forget caressing yourself. Seriously. Um, yeah, just caress yourself, because if you were especially with like someone who romantically wants to be with you, they wish that was them. They wish they could touch you like that. Um, yeah. Little birdie told me. Hopefully, you guys don't hear a lot of wind. What else do I want to say? Yeah, caress yourself, eye contact, use your voice, proximity, pheromones. If you're into that, pheromones will make people very attracted to you. Be careful with pheromones. Be careful. I'm not joking. Be careful with pheromones. And be careful with your seduction style and your seduction type. Know who you are seducing, okay? Do not be reckless with this stuff. I'm serious, because you can get yourself in a lot of sticky situations. I have been there. Do not get yourself in sticky situations because you don't know how to turn this thing off. You need to know who to seduce, what to do, and when it's going too far. Okay? Please don't take it way too far where you put yourself in danger. It's possible. All right. Let me think. I think yeah, it's possible for you to seduce. And I hope you find that power comes easier to you because you've learned how to seduce other people, and make them fall under your little spell. I'm proud of you, bitch. It's not good nor bad. It just is what it is, in my opinion. It really is. And I have an advantage when I know how to present myself. And now that you're learning this, you have an advantage too. If other people want to learn about it, then, help them. But it's not up to you to save people from like where they're at. If they want to do better, it's up to them to do better for themselves. Um, and that's just the truth. You can't always bring everyone with you, but you can inspire them through you, your behaviors, your actions, your results. You can inspire them through you. Women and seduction. You women, listen to me. You, or femininity, if you resonate with like feminine beings, whatever, you don't have to gain power the same way that other people have always gained power. It doesn't have to be violent. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be laborsome. it can be easy for you because you're pretty. Because you're pretty inside and out, okay? That is something that I really, really, really need you to understand, that you have an advantage if you are smart and sexy. Oh my goodness, you can get far. And if you're young, if you throw like youth in the mix, you can go so far because time is really, really on your side. Um, be careful of who you seduce, what you're doing, okay? Be aware of the result that you're having. Um, just be conscious of it. Life is fun. Life is fun. I'm not saying go break hearts with your, no, that's not it. Be honest, be sweet, treat people well, but also know how to work people so that you can get what you want. Ta-da! It's